If I hypnotised you, but then cut off your leg, how much fuss would you make?
Doesn't it depend what you've gone in for the hypnosis for? I mean, if you'd gone in to stop smoking, I'd be a bit miffed, really.
That's a very good point. Assuming you'd gone in because you had, you know, gangrene or you needed to lose your leg, but you...
They've never used hypnosis as an anaesthetic, have they?
Well,
surely that would give you screaming in agony.
Oddly enough, no. It was used before ether in the 1830s, very commonly. Well, reasonably commonly, at least. Once Mesmer had sort of, as it were, introduced the world to the idea of hypnotism. What seems to be the case is that most of the discomfort we feel, even in an operation like sawing off a leg, is the anxiety of pain. If you can relieve yourself of the anxiety, enormous amount of the pain goes. And a good example to prove this is people who are in some way allergic to or resistant to anaesthetic and so can't be put under because it's too risky. And so they're injected with Valium, which is an anti-anxiety drug. And all it does is tranquilise them, doesn't send them to sleep, it just makes them feel less anxious. And you can do extraordinary things to someone in that condition.
I think if I was going in for surgery, I'd feel quite anxious when I saw the man in the top hat with the crazy eyebrows.
It would be a worry, I agree. But it has a long history. As I say, in the 1830s, there was a Scottish doctor who did a lot of operations in India, where there's a really unpleasant disease called filariasis, and it causes hydroceles of the scrotum. Now, anything scrotal, you might say, is a worry, but this...
Makes your scrotum go into a triangle.
No, that would be isosceles. This is hydroceles.
And he never ate dairy again.
These are large tumours, and the operation was so uncomfortable, people would go for years not daring to go to a doctor. But this meant the tumours grew very big. And when I say very big, I mean 46 kilograms. Scrotum. People, literally, there was a case of a man who was using his scrotum as a writing desk. I'm sorry, but that is true.
Well,
he just, like writing...
That's a good attitude to
It's
have,
a good attitude, you're right.
Yeah, I would get a Sharpie and I would paint the face off the front of a space hopper on mine.
I'd make it look like a hedgehog. Winking.
This was the 1830s, of course, when there was no general anaesthetic. It was before ether or chloroform. So this Scottish doctor, whose name was Esdale, he would put them under, and it worked. He saved a lot of discomfort.
Your eyes are feeling heavy. Not as heavy as my testicles, doctor.
It's quite you're kind of sort of suggesting that sort of a lot of pain is just a manifestation of anxiety, really,
yes.
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the fact is pain is created by the brain. I mean, it's not a real thing.
It's just information, isn't it?
It's information.
But you know,
and if
sort of hammer
the brain can create it, the brain can be told not to.
It's bloody sore information, though.
It doesn't help you know, land a big mallet on your thumb. It's just information.
It's just information.
It doesn't really help. I tried to be hypnotised to stop smoking once, and he was such a nice man, and it so wasn't going anywhere, I faked it. I know you mustn't. Even when it's a nice man, just to, you know, save the embarrassment, you mustn't fake it, but I did.
Did it work? Do you smoke? Have you given up?
No, it didn't. I did give up, but with prescription drugs, not with...
Superb.
Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe to the QI channel and click here to watch more videos.